Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, tonight's question is how long can Hope deny her feelings for Finn when the Bold and the Beautiful? This chick was lying like there was no tomorrow. And then she kept trying to justify that BS by saying, well, I just feel that I just feel that he's being unappreciated and undervalued and everything else. And I'm just like, what? It's like everything that you kept saying didn't matter because you know damn well he's a married man. You know he's a married man. So what is it that you're actually doing? I don't understand that. Now we're going to be sitting here talking about all the shows: General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Born and Beautiful, and Young and Restless. Let's do a quick roll call. As you're coming in, make sure you do hit the like button. It really does actually help. Let me turn on some music, get this started. Oh, okay, we gotta turn this down a little bit. LaShanta's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Ron is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Hope all is well with everyone. Oh yeah, I need something to drink. Molly playing chess. What does that mean? What does Molly playing chess means? Ron says, Albert, what do you think about Stefan and Kristen same says? Kristen saved Stefan from doing something stupid. So he should be thanking his sister. Eagle Fang, if Heather Weber gets parole and free, they might as well get rid of Laura from PC Forever. Diane can't say nothing because she freed Frankel from his crime. That is actually very true. Very, very good point. Very good point. You free somebody who stacked up bodies, sent somebody to do you know what. Well, send somebody to mess with Michael, and they may want to do you know what. So yeah, she really can't say anything. And honestly, to tell you the truth, Liz can't say anything either. So Juana's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Yes, as you're coming in, make sure you do hit the like button because it really does actually help. Um, yeah, yeah, it's very true. Very, very, very true. Glad to hear that, Swana. Swana Jenkins. Actually, tell you the truth, I thought it was a good scene. I don't know what you're talking about, right? I actually thought it was a good scene. LaShanta said she went to Chrissy before TJ, and I watched TJ Molly yesterday. She was out of order. I don't understand why she didn't tell the whole story. What's good, Darby? How you doing tonight? Eagle thinks it's too late. Heather knows Laura's trying to get her free. For Laura, she's opened Pandora's box. Yeah, I don't understand what she was trying to say to Trina. Oh, I don't want her to go free. You don't want her to go free, but yet you're like, what are you doing? I don't understand. What do you mean you don't want her to go free? What's good, Black One? What do you mean you don't want her to go free? What does that mean? What do you mean you don't want her to go free? You don't want her to go free, then you wouldn't be Smith there trying to petition them to reopen the case. Thank you, Darby. Yeah, there's a lot of rest, you know. That definitely does help. Yeah, I mean, that's true, Ron. But he all he can really do is ask. And like I said, he was brave enough to sit there and um and talk to him. So he confronted him. I feel like that's brave in itself, Ron. Eagle Payne says, I don't care about TJ Molly and Christina because TJ and Molly were warned repeatedly about that's very true. Very true. At the bank was good. Exactly, Lashanta. And it says, hey everybody, Billy owned this episode as Chad. Yes, exactly. Exactly, Ed. Gorgeous Queen Janet was good, love. Hope all is well with you. I'm doing a lot better, Ed. I'm doing a lot better. Starting to feel better, so I'm very happy. Jenna's going to talk about Brooke now in lingerie 20 years ago. Yes. Now, not so. I did sit there and I was like, to be fair, Janet, she does got some curves. She does got some curves, but I do get what you're saying at the same time. Kyrie's Clark, the one and only. Oh, Kyrie's, did you see the look on Steffi's face? Yo, listen, I don't care what people say about Steffi, okay, let me take that back. I know that Steffi could be a lot, but the expressions on her face, oh my goodness, that was I think that's what really got me through that whole scene. That was so hilarious. And I gotta ask you a question, Kyrie. Gotta ask you a question. Um, but yeah, Jacqueline Wood, like her facial expressions can give more emotions than some actors that could just sit there and start talking. She is that good. She is that good. Modeling is for the young men and women, not for the elderly. Well, Sharian, hot cream is therapy. Okay. And how you doing tonight, Shaquita and Antoinette? Is Claire too good to be true? That's a good question. Took over. Well, I'm glad you are. I'm not gonna lie, and I agree with Eagle Fang. She was doing way too much. Here's the thing, Tucker. Remember, you actually said you was like, if Tucker was actually an honorable person, he would sit there and just give her the company. He would just give it to her. Well, guess what? He gave it to her, and that still wasn't enough for her. That still wasn't enough for her petty, immature, trifling ass. Okay, that wasn't good enough for her. That was not good enough for her. She's like, no, I got to sit there and take it for you because I need to hurt you. I'm like, okay, bro, you know what? Honestly, to tell you the truth, like, men may want to sit there and be with you on a physical level, but like emotionally wise, like personality wise, you have the emotional range of a 16-year-old little girl. This guy literally gave you what you wanted after you sat there and you tried to, which by the way was so stupid. You sit there and you tried to do a smear campaign. And I still got to ask you a question, Kyrie. You tried to do a smear campaign, but did you forget that while you was sitting there saying, well, he was covering up a crime or he was covering up some underage stuff? Guess what? You were doing it too. You were the one that was actually doing it. Yeah, he may have ordered it, but you did it though. So let's not sit there and start on that self-righteous BS. Because honestly, to tell you the truth, your name is on that cover up as well. Or did she forget that in her vendetta against Tucker to try to get even. I'm doing good, Shaquita. I'm doing good. I'm feeling better and everything, so life is good. Antoinette says Molly should not have told her sister about the fight. Well, the problem is she didn't actually even sit there and say what the fight was about. That's another problem. Of course not, Lashanta, because spiteful, trifling people like her will never be happy. As I'm glad Johnny Chanel spoke, but he killed me with, yep, I said the same thing. Carrie says, all right, true. Audra is just as guilty in that cover up. What's good, Deluxe? Yo, Carrie, what happened with your stream yesterday? What happened with your stream yesterday? There was a question, and I mean, can I ask you, or could I ask you, or should I just DM you about it? Let me know if I can ask you if you actually want to talk about it. I know it was public, but Darby says I think Victor took over Glassad by using Audra to do his dirty work. Audra still doesn't own any of that company. What's good, Cherry Ice Cream? Hey, what's good, Cherry Ice Cream? It's good to see you. Last day asked you a question about Heather Tom, about how she looks, and you said that she was alright. But then you called Katie something else. And I don't know exactly what it was, but it's like he asked you a question that you didn't like, and you said something, and then it's like you got defensive or you had to get stern with him or something. I didn't really understand that. Well, it's sort of like, I wouldn't go that far, Ron. But I would sit there and say this. Like Ed said, I didn't like the idea that Johnny was like, okay, well, you need to decide for me. Like, what? You need to decide for, bro. Why is she going out with you? Okay, because she could just as easily go out with the battery powered little friend. Why does she need you for if if you have to ask her what you should be doing or what for her to make the decision for you? Antonella says, when will Vicky other children come home? Johnny and Katie, right? She keeps talking about that. Um, being one of her reasons about why she's not. How you doing tonight, Amber? Being one of her reasons of why she doesn't want to go back to the company. But then people don't want, Caroline Spencer was good. Oh, I forgot. Thank you. Thank you, Antoinette Reed. I didn't know about Reed. And how you doing tonight, Rachel? Nika was good. Was good, love. Glad to hear that, Amber. Glad to hear. Glad to hear. Glad to hear it. Um, So Antoinette said, I don't believe Claire is Victoria's child. Okay. I'm doing good, Caroline. I'm feeling a lot better, so I'm actually pretty happy. I'm doing good, Amber. Thank you for asking. They were decent, Nika. They were decent. I don't know if you want to sit there and watch a 60-year-old or 70-some-year-old woman strut herself like Brooke Logan, although she does still look good. Curry says, I'm assuming you're talking about last day. I was just answering. Honestly, I don't find Katie attractive. I don't find Heather Tom overly beautiful either. I was more being bold, honest. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was just curious about that. I was curious about that, Curious. Darby says, Albert, when will Victoria introduce her children to their new big sister? That's a good question. Well, when will we see it on screen? So that's the thing, Darby. They can do it at any point in time when they get back. But if we don't see it on screen, then it's not going to be that much of an impact. Yeah, Amber, I'm feeling better. That's the thing, Darby. They can do it at any point in time. The question is, if they do it in person, it's going to be more of an impact. Ron says, Albert, did I miss something? How was Ron able to pull strings so Lucas don't have to? He didn't, Ron. It was Harris. Harris was the one that secured that deal. He was able to finalize the deal, not Rome. Rome just was just a messenger. I was wondering about that. Ed says Trina handled herself respectfully like I knew she would, but Laura needs to admit that she wants to have it free. Yes. I I got a thought on that. Because all I remember hearing was like he was asking you something. He was like, I'm not gonna get punked on my live stream or whatever. What's good, Duan? I was just wondering what it was about. Because here's the thing, guys. I know sometimes some people will sit there and say that the character looks ugly, but the actor looks good. And I don't know if it was one of those things um, that you said. That's why I thought last day was pressing you on that. But okay, what's good, Duan? But my whole thing is, I'm surprised that she wasn't more upset though. You know, because there was one point when she did ask her, "So you want Heather to go free?" No, she was like, "No." I was like, "Well, then what are you doing?" I don't know. I guess I expected Trina to sit there and press her a little more harder, and not even be in an angry way, but like, Alexa, thank you, Albert, for your review on GHA. I watched 10 minutes of the episode and couldn't get through it. Well, thank you for watching it, Deluxe. It was kind of a challenge to sit there and get through that episode. So I get it. I get it, Deluxe. I said out of all four of the soaps, you can watch General Hospital last. Because of the way Laura's acting, trying to free Heather, I wonder if she got a tumor in her head. She got something going on. LaShanta because he's an idiot. Juan says maybe it's going to turn into Hope's bedroom. So Rachel says Heather Weber didn't have crazy hip disease when she kidnapped Danny Morgan, tried to drop him off a roof of a hospital and other bad behavior. Her pure evil dates predates the crazy hip. Well, the hip thing might be something different though. And I get to your comment in one. What's good, Island Breeze? I get to your comment one moment. Ron. Perry said, yeah, in that moment, I guess I responded more boldly. I mean, to do it in a more direct, but the day prior, he made it a whole religious thing and dragged it. Oh, I remember that. I remember that. I was in the stream. I don't know if I actually said anything. I was in the stream. I remember him saying something along the lines of, don't ruin God for me. He was like, don't ruin God for me. And Kyrie was like, whoa, 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 okay, all right. See, that's what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna do that. it was like he was like, we're not gonna do that. I remember that part. Because I remember that specific line. Kyrie was like, no, this is what we're not gonna do. Ron says, Albert, Brad Bell on media on meds. What the F is he thinking? Nobody wants to see that trash, rinse and repeat, garbage broke. Woo, man. Chick still got curves. Chick still got curves. Not gonna lie. It is a mess, Island. You know, Lashanta, I don't even understand what was the purpose of Curtis visiting Heather today. What was the point of that? See, this is what I'm sitting there saying about General Hospital. Like, there was two scenes that was either pointless or it seemed like it was shoehorned in. Stella and Tracy seemed like it was shoehorned in. What was the point of that? What was the point of the Stella and Tracy scene? I get people like them together. Still, I don't even remember that. He might have. Darby says, Albert, what is wrong with Laura? If a dog with rabies keeps biting people, how many times are people like Laura will forgive a crazy dog like Heather? Um, yeah, and it's not just that. She's like, I don't want. The problem is she is doing the exact opposite of what she says. She doesn't want Heather to go free, but yet you want them to sit there and reopen the case. And then you're sitting there saying, well, a mayor's job is not to sit there and pick and choose the people that I'm going to like and represent and help out. Okay, but you do realize that by doing that, you are setting a woman that racked up five bodies recently. And you're cool with that. You honestly think you're going to be able to keep your job. Ron says, I hope that they continue to design, reject. I'm not going to watch a 60-year-old woman in lingerie. Okay, well, that's your choice, Ron. Island says, I couldn't get, I couldn't come up with a better storyline than what's on B&B. Oh, I could. Well, yeah, most people could. Harry says, so I was just trying to make my point about Katie and answer Heather's time question directly and not drag it into something else like that religion thing. Oh, I got you. Okay. No, I got you. No, you handled it well. You always seem like you handle it well. So no, you're a lot better than me when I first started. So I just remember that one part when you read that comment. You're not gonna ruin God for me. It was like, whoa, all right, all right. We ain't doing this. This is what we're not gonna do. Okay, like you shut that shit down quick. And I want to drink tonight, but I can't because I gotta wake up early. That man Nina hired is annoying. Yeah, I can see that. Susan R's in the chat. What's good? Hope all is well with you. Hope you had a good day. Um, Island said the story with Laura is so dumb. They doing the Laura character at the service. She was never this stupid. Maybe she went from Nixon Falls. Maybe she went to Nixon Falls and lost her common sense. She lost something. Hmm. Yeah, they're doing something. But it was so funny. Susan says not a bad day. Temp went down to 106. Damn, and that's crazy, Susan. When 106 is actually considered down for y'all. My goodness. Thank you, Susan. Yeah, no, I've been resting. Like as soon as I get done with the stream, I lay down, I rest. That's I honestly tell you, that's the only thing that I feel that I can do that will, help me feel better faster. Because I hate being sick. Um, Nothing works. Whatever fun that I normally have when I'm sick, it goes down. So it's like there's really nothing else to do except for sleep. Darby says Steffi had a look of horror and disgust. She thought her. Well, it was. I'm not gonna lie. Again, the facial expressions on her were just top tier. Shaquita says, why don't call Liam and tell him Beth is sick? Hmm, that's a good question. That's a really good question. I mean, calling Finn on that one made sense. Okay. Now, Kyrie says, I know you're happy. I shut down the idea of Mamie and Tucker. Your voice was in my head when I shut that down. Too much, Kyrie's. No, but just in general, I give you your props, man. I give you your props. Mamie and Tucker. Okay. All right, bro. All right, bro. Sean said Jay's Trina scene with Laura today was so underwhelming. She didn't bring the smoke. She was calm when she left. The character can't be angry on that show, but Josh can. Well, I'm gonna let that go to some extent because I see where you're going with that. But my whole thing is, Sean, I would sit there and say this. I thought she was gonna come in with the smoke too, right? I thought she was going to be. I felt underwhelmed because it was like at the end of the day, Trina knew exactly what Laura was doing, even though she kept trying to do this whole double talk thing. Trina isn't stupid, okay? For her to sit there and say, no, I don't want her to go free, but yet you're the one that's not their champion for this reopening the case, you're saying something else, and you're sitting there lying straight to this person's face, and that's not cool. What's good, Amy? So, yes, and in that sense, Sean, I do understand where you're coming from. Amy H is in the chat. Chris said that's nasty. No one wants to see Amy like that. I don't even get that. Why? Okay. No, 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 no. Now I got to ask you a question, Kyrie. So let me get this straight. You don't want to see May May, but you're cool with stuff. Want to make that make sense to me? I mean, it's, beauty, whatever your opinion is, it's your opinion. I'm just, it's something. Amber says, do you think Heather's going to go free because of, yes, I do, Amber. Do you think that Heather's going to go free? I don't, I don't know, Eileen. She didn't bring it today. And I really was kind of disappointed that she didn't. Susan says Laura is talking out both sides of her mouth, if you know what I mean. Yep, and I do, and I do. Miss Mother Soup. I don't actually like this one. But what happens when your store stops selling it? And it's okay. I don't know, Carries. They look about the same age, so I don't know. But hey, you're just an odd beholder. So, and Lashanta says hi to Carries. And Ed says Heather's playing the long game, and if she's free, whatever happens on Laura, I won't feel sorry for her. Yep, that's true. Oh, okay. All right. So about the. All right, that's fair. Um, no, I mean, just going back to days. I did think that. Oh, I was looking for your review, Kyrie, on days. Gorgeous Queen Jess is in the chat. Was good. Hopeful as well. But yeah, I didn't. I didn't see your review, Carius. Amber says Nina's going to be pissed when she finds out the lawyers don't don't what? They probably will. It was a pointless scene of Curtis going to see Heather because he even said, I don't even know what I'm coming here to accomplish." It was a good double C. It's been a minute. We've been at. What you been up to? Um, but, yeah, if you're still in the chat, let me know what happened to. Carrie says I purchased new laptop that arrives somewhat tomorrow, so I'll make new days video starting Monday. Okay. So you be streaming on the old one tonight then, right? You still be streaming on the old one then, Curries? You know, Ed, that's a good question. If they give him a good story, cool. If they give him a good story, just I was bored with Jace today. Oh, you should have saw B&B then. Oh my goodness, B&B was something else. Double C says I've been doing stuff here and there. How's everything with you? Everything is good. I've been sick for the last past couple of days. I'm feeling a lot better now. So things been good. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, Laura's. Why is she gonna be pissed off when she finds out what Laura's doing now? End of an era. Okay. Darby says Sharon's daughter has a lot of time on her hands, trashing Summer to Claire. Was she really trashing her though? All right, I look forward to it, then, Kyrie's. It it was double C. It was filler today. I don't understand how Molly came over there and talked about an argument, but didn't actually talk about what the argument was about. Just the fact that you had an argument. Okay, you had an argument. A lot of couples have arguments. Yeah, y'all aren't perfect. Okay, and there's and you know the sad part. Double C says glad you're feeling better, Albert. It's been raining all week. That sucks. Yeah, thank you, Kyrie. It's you know how it is being sick. It sucks. And then when you're trying to stream it, it sucks even more. So, but no, yeah, thank you, Kyrus. You know how it is once you get sick, it's just like you can't really do too much of anything. You don't really want to do too much of anything. Hell, I didn't even want to do research. That's how sick I was. Like, me, I got to be pretty damn sick, and that's saying something. Rachel says I thought Malu was purposely avoiding mentioning TJ. Concerns about Sonny and his proximity to Christina and the baby. Yeah, it just seemed like well, if that was the point, then like, why the hell you come over here? Like, seriously. Susan said those Stella and Tracy scenes could have been inserted in any episode. Is there a point to bringing up Marcus? Absolutely not. I know. I gotta get. I'm getting Amazon. I'm getting Amazon Prime at the end of the month. I trust me, Jess. I've been looking forward to that all year, all effing year. I don't know, Jess. It's just the simple fact that you actually watch that show makes you even like 1,000 times more cooler than you are. Um, Jenna says, I thought Brooke looked good for her age, but I think that selling lingerie is better when someone half her age. That's why I think they will make it Hope's bedroom. Nice. That's good observation, Jenna. We're gonna watch this all week. But they're not showing a whole season of the whole week though. I mean, they're not putting out the whole season, all right? They're just putting out like it's weekly episodes, not putting out the whole season, right? Because if they are, then I just more happier, and I'll probably want up getting it maybe next week. Let me know if they're actually going to put out the whole season though, Jess. Ah, well, I'm still going to want up getting it at the end of the month. Then. God, I hate when you do that. It's so annoying. Carrie says, I gotta be honest, I don't think Hope is sexy enough to pull off the bedroom line. Yeah, not by my standards anyway. Antoinette says, Albert, what's your thoughts on Claire? Um, I don't think that she's conning. If she is conning, then she's going for the long game. I I think she's kind of a weird character to be honest. She's like 24 something years old, yet she still act like she is 16 or 12. It's just so weird. I couldn't picture her in a relationship with somebody because her mannerisms is just so childlike, you know? Yeah, okay, well, definitely more Audrey than Steffi, but yeah. Island says, I can't wait to see House of Dragon. That's also on Amazon Prime, right? Ed says, all hell about to break loose because Christina's going to look into her rights regarding the baby. Yes. Anthony, the number one YouTuber, how are you doing? Antoinette says, Blaze should have her own baby. I don't know. She can't even handle her own mom. Seriously, she can't even handle her own mom. I don't think that she should be actually having a baby at that point. And Janet agrees with you, Kyrese? Oh, it's on HBO Max. Okay. Or HBO, never mind. Rachel says Claire seems childlike because she has arrested development due to android manipulation through her childhood. No, I know. No, I know the reason why. You all know the reason why. Um, I'm just, that's just my thoughts on her. Somebody just asked. But see, that's my whole thing with Molly and this whole domestic partner thing. She didn't want to get married because she felt like marriage. There's always problems in marriage, but she was cool with being a domestic partner. There's clearly um, problems with that as well. Why would you hope so for that, Kyrie's? Antoinette says, I'm mad Molly cannot have her own baby. Okay? No, Amber, I haven't been drinking tea. Um, I was gonna drink some hot chocolate, but I'm gonna be honest, it was too hot. Oh, okay, I got you, Kyrie's. But yeah, it's just a little weird, Rachel. Especially like I couldn't imagine her in a relationship. Eagle Fang says Tucker versus Victor will be fun. It will be. Ed says I agree because TJ and Molly should have just gotten married because they are dealing with the same issues. And that's the thing, Ed. She made such a big deal. And part of it, I think, was some sort of feminist stance or something like that. Oh, I don't like the patriarchy or some BS like that. And then she agreed to this domestic partnership. Like, okay, but you're still having the same problems, right? Your relationship still had the same problems. You cheated on TJ. He forgave you less than 8 hours, and now you have this whole thing that's going on. But no, 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 no. She preferred domestic partnership over an actual marriage. Yeah, okay, sweetheart. Okay, love bug. Now, Island says Claire is a boring character. Actress can act, but her storyline is trash. Oh, that's B&B for you. Ed said it was about feminists taking points and she looking dumb now. Yep. Thank you, Ed. Yep. Yep. Perry said, but I give Victoria props. Usually she would try to blame Adam for everything, but when Nikki did that yesterday, Victoria quickly put that right on Victor Newman where the blame belongs. I'm not gonna lie. When she went out on that date today, she was actually looking kind of nice. Just saying, she was looking kind of nice. I agree with every single sentence said. Thank you, quiet guy. Antoinette, it was good to see you again. Thank you. You have a great night. But yes, hit that like button. How's me? How's me? Damn windows open. I'm like, I mean, come on, Tyrese. That's kind of a high bar right there. That's kind of a high bar. I don't even think that's fair to even put those two in the same category. Come on, bro. Eagle Fang says Tucker's also gonna find out who helped him covered it up. Just says I definitely thought TJ was coming through Molly's door. I mean, coming with him? I mean, coming with her? Oh, okay. All right, so yeah, we got 21 likes. We got 35 people in the chat. If you are enjoying the stream, hit the like button because it really does help. And also become a member. We have a lot of fun throughout on the weekends. Um, you definitely want to be a part of those conversations because they're actually really a lot of fun. Ask anybody in the member circle right now. Yes, definitely become a member by hitting the pin comment. Double C says Molly's mother is one of the reasons why she won't get married, and feminist reasons is another. I agree. Yeah. Janice says maybe Luna's lingerie. Well, yeah. I mean, anyone except for Brooke. Even though I think that Brooke is still high. Jess says, remember that time you missed Ginger just out? uh, Jess, you know the best part about that? That if I forget, you'll remind me. If I forget, you remind me. And that's what makes you so awesome. Janet says being a member is awesome. It is awesome. Thank you. She's been a member for a while. Same thing with Kyrie and Jess. So, like she said, being a member is actually really good. And it doesn't just help out the channel. It's oh, Queen Becky Day. That's my girl. That's my girl. Whenever I want to sit there and forget about an embarrassing moment, Jess will sit there and remind me and bring it back up. So I have no excuse anymore. In case I have like a senior moment, right, Jess? Harry says TJ has no real reason to look down at Christina the way he does. And Blackmon said it has been great being a member. He's been a member for 17 months. That is amazing. Thank you, Blackmon. How you doing tonight, Crystal? I mean, that's well. To be fair, Jess, he has a point, but I wouldn't go that far, Crystal. But okay. Amber says because she killed Mamie's cousin. She killed Mamie's cousin. That's another thing. Lashanta says Molly allows TJ to look down on her sister. Yes. Oh, because she killed Nina's cousin. Okay. She killed Nina's cousin. Who's Nina's cousin? Uh, that's actually very true. That's actually very true, Jazz. So I don't know what the hell they were thinking when they decided to actually do that. And the thing is, they knew exactly what they were getting into. Is she killed? Oh, Darby Nate. Okay. No, she didn't kill Nate. Um, she didn't kill Nate. Becky says somebody needs to go off on Laura. She's been trying to free a freaking killer. Exactly. Exactly. It was Faison. Well, you know what they say, Jess. Closed mouths don't get fed. So don't do that. Is Red Westbourne bar? Curry says I was just thinking today the real reason TJ would have reasons to hate Christina would be maybe deep down subconsciously homophobic. I wouldn't put it past him. Whoa, I don't know about that. Let's not put that out there into the universe. You sit there and say a lot of things about TJ. Let's not put that one out there though. Jay Blue says, "Oh, what a bummer that Diane, good lawyer, could bring back could bring back let her attacker go free. No, I don't know who that is, Amber. Quiet guy says TJ is a chump. It's the most actually that's the most conversation so far I got from you so far. Quiet guy is not being quiet tonight. Okay. Just as why did they bring out Franco today? I was lost. Because of Heather. Heather can get released because of a medical reason. They could sit there and say it wasn't her fault. Franco, Diane argued on Franco's behalf, saying that it was a brain tumor. So there was like somebody can bring up Diane's case as far as when they free Franco because of his brain tumor. But that's why they brought it up today. Just Harry says he probably is and will end up in bed with Natalia. Okay. And it says, what did you think about the rape and Clyde scene today? It was okay. It was okay. It was actually pretty decent. I thought Dave's was actually pretty decent. I did, like I said, I liked the Chad and Clyde scene a lot more because it's like it felt like he kind of bared his soul to Clyde, and Clyde couldn't even sit there and be sarcastic about it. Are you trolling with this? Are you being serious, Darius? I mean, TJ could be a lot of things, but like homophobic. And yeah, no, I do remember Britt Westmore and Amber. Uh, Jay Blue says Franco had a tumor and it altered how he thought and behaved. The same thing with Heather. Heather had the hip thing, the metal poison that clearly affected how she acted and behaved. So that's why they brought up Franco. And that's why Diane was like, well, if she goes free, it's on my fault. I was like, no. If she goes free, it's Laura's fault. Hmm. Okay, well, you know what? That's your opinion, Gary's. I disagree, but we can agree to disagree on that. Yes, Clyde was very uncomfortable because, honestly, to tell you the truth, as bad as Clyde is, Clyde does have love in his heart for his child and his grandchild. Um, yeah, Amber, I remember Lisa. Double C said TJ's gone through so much with Molly and her family, from being kidnapped to getting cheated on. Now a baby is on the way in 2 months. TJ needs to act like a man and not like his uncle Curtis. What about his uncle? What about what? I don't. How is he acting like? How is he acting like his uncle Curtis? I'm waiting for that as well. I'm waiting for that as well. What's good, Tom? Hey, why does Rafe need to be fired for? Shanta, why is and Tommy can't stand Victor? Oh damn. Hmm. And you know what? LaShanta says TJ is self-righteous. Okay. And Island says the Asher family is boring. I can't stand them. Can't stand them. Wow. Okay. Strong, but okay. Um, He's letting a lot. But and that's again, that's the thing, Becky. Like if oh, okay. I still it's still hard for me. It's still hard for me to believe that you still don't like Gabby. I mean, it's been like damn near a year. You still don't like her? I don't know. This seems kind of a long time to hold a grudge, especially over a fictional character. Okay, okay, Amber. Tommy says Audra is doing too much today. Audra's using men like bank transfer. Wouldn't go that far, but she is doing too much though. Hmm, that's kind of deep. That's kind of deep, but okay. Carrie, those are your feelings. You're entitled to them. Highland says they served no purpose on the show. They kind of remind me of the Avon family on B&B. I was glad to see them. Okay. Just says Curtis thought he was big and bad today. Circle back to your wish. Damn. Damn. Told him to go back to his wheelchair. Okay. Rachel says, did you hear GH will be bringing back a previous character? Executive says, I think the fans will go wild. Oh, what's the guy that played Morgan? Because that's what I'm thinking it is, Rachel. A lot of people are saying it's the guy who played Morgan. Um, Byron something. It was Byron something, right? Oh, Byron Craig. Thank you, Susan. Byron says yes, that wheelchair suited him. LOL. I'm sorry. It's fine. Listen, Queen just said it. She actually says, "Sir, go." She actually says, "Sir, go back to your wheelchair." God damn, Jess. Harry says that wheelchair suffered enough in a lifetime. It shouldn't have to be stuck with Curtis any longer than I still can't believe the amount of dislike for Curtis. Oh my goodness. That man can never catch a break. Poor Curtis. God damn. Damn, Jess. Poor man Curtis. No, like, exactly, Becky D. Like, poor Curtis. Oh, Ed, listen, because you're still new. When I first started these streams, that was the general energy of this stream with Curtis. I didn't think he was that bad. He had his moments with me, but some people really, really disliked his ass. Lashanta says, "I can't believe Rich." Hey, listen, he finds his wife hot, and feels that the world will um. I can't even finish that sentence, but I said, listen, Brooke still got curves. Okay. Now Island says he wasn't bad in the first year on the show. Then he got insufferable, just like Drew. That's another. Man, I feel like they don't. I feel like Curtis don't deserve the amount of hate that he gets. Rashanta says, "I'm throwing up on the inside." Well, yeah, you don't. You're not a man. Well, you're not a man. You don't have a joystick. So I don't. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, love. Okay, I'm not. I'm not reading that. Now we just being mean. Jess says, "Yes, he does deserve it." God damn, Jess. They're just there go Jess again, bullying someone. Yesterday, Jess was bullying me for some odd reason. Okay, see, and then when you say things like that, Kari, you're my boy, but I can't take you serious when you say shit like that. I'm sorry, but Ed says, was it was it about how he treated Jordan? Because I can understand the smoke about that after the divorce, or was it way before? I think it was because of that. He did, he did, yes, and Island, he did. Was good, Jonathan. Becky said this stream needs a depends warning. We we do go somewhat hard on here. I mean, Kyrie's well, to be honest, Kyrie's goes way harder than me. You think I go hard? You have not seen Kyrie's streams. Yeah, we gonna agree to disagree. Just says I bullied you, lol. What did I say? You told me to stop laughing. She literally sat there, was like, "Stop laughing." I already read that. I read that such as I was even in bed. And I was just like, did she really just sat there and tell me to stop laughing? Like, it was a filler episode, Jonathan. Island, I think that was Stella's like Stella wanted to be with Marcus years ago, but then she had to help out her sister, so they never wound up hooking up. But she was somebody that Marcus is somebody that Stella liked. Just says, "Oh yeah, yeah." Act like you didn't forget how you was bullying me yesterday. Yeah, Jonathan. Days was a lot better. Carson, I would choose Wendy. Jay Blue says, I want to play devil's advocate here. You're blaming Laura because she's questioning Heather's medical condition, which might get Heather free. This is the same reason why people were mad at Nina. This is the same reason why people were mad at Nina. I don't get why was people mad at Nina for it. Yeah, Island, that's what it is. You can't stand well. Actually, I can kind of get that to some extent. No, Jonathan. And I'm glad that Kristen stopped him, because that was a foolhardy plan anyway. But I don't get that part though. This is the same reason why people were mad at Nina. You gotta sit there and explain that to me a little bit more though. Nina informed the SEC. I'm having a hard. I don't. No, no, no. It's fine. It's fine. But I have a hard time understand. I have a hard time. People are mad at Laura because she wants to sit there. I don't. How is it? It's not that. I don't understand. You're saying that I want to play devil's advocate. You're blaming Laura because she's questioning Heather's medical condition, which might get Heather freed. This is the same reason why people are mad at Nina because of the SEC thing. I don't. I don't get it. I don't feel like those two are the same though. Yeah, Jonathan. Which honestly, to tell you the truth, I really don't care. Like this is the sad part is that I don't care. Johnny and Chanel Lee, especially Johnny, he was like, "I need you to decide for me on if I should take the job or not." Like, bro, seriously. And I'm gonna sit there and say this again. He can't even sit there and make decisions for himself. He had to sit there and defer to his wife about making a decision. You know, he wants her to make the decision for him. What does she marry you for? What does she need you for? She has money and she has a battery powered friend. What does she need Johnny for at this point? Curry says, not very nice. I don't go hard on any characters on my stream. Okay. Okay. I wouldn't even sit there and say that's gaslighting me. That's just a straight up lie. See, that's the problem. People use the word gaslight way too much and they don't even understand the full meaning of it. But yeah, I'm like, yeah, so they're leaving. And then we got Mark Green that came in there. Leah was trying to hit on him. Didn't even. That was such an awkward scene. He was like, "Nah, I'm straight." And then he goes to Marlena's like, "I need you to fix me. I need psychological help because I don't blame you, Carrie. She's starting to get on my nerves too. I agree with that. Quiet guy says yes. Kyrie loves those damn Logans. Darby says people are mad at Laura because her actions may free Heather to do more murders in the future and is disrespectful to the dead. That's true. Okay. Jay Blue says Laura and Nina are both catalysts. If they didn't bring things to light, Heather would have had the opportunity to be released and the SEC wouldn't have known about Carly and Drew. Okay. Okay, I can understand that part then. I was, the sad thing is, Susan, they didn't say that. I was thinking that, and I thought he was going to say that, and he didn't say that. Krista says Carly wasn't sick. No, she wasn't sick. Jonathan says, "Oh, the yes." Jonathan, if they do, bring her with some sass. I don't mean like how sassy that Chanel was when she first came to town, but give her a bit of edge. And thank you, Susan, for bringing that up because it's funny too. Like I was thinking about saying that in my review, but I was like, I don't know if this is gonna like. I didn't know if it was gonna come across as insensitive or not, but yeah, that would probably be a start. Perry says the writer should. change course with this Heather storyline, especially given the fact that Brando died in real life pretty much the same way Heather killed him. J Blue, Trina said five. She said five people. Yeah, I was a little perplexed about that, but yeah, Jonathan, like a middle ground. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Jonathan. I'm still baffled at when they brought in Chanel the first time. She was so god awful that when a new actress came in, they completely changed her personality, and she was nowhere near that level. And I'm like, how did you miss the mark by that much? Nobody says, I remember Heather telling Ryan once that people were sheep to be killed, and she was always a wolf like him to kill those sheep. Johnson says the original actress for Chanel was more tolerable on her last day. Yeah, um, yeah. I just, but I mean, it was just so weird though, Jonathan. It's like they literally changed course. I think they realized, yo, we definitely screwed up. Because her scene was definitely damn near unwatchable. Queen of the South, how is the Queen doing tonight? It was good to see you as well. Rachel says, so which soap villain are your favorites? I mean, acting most interesting to watch, like Ava Jerome. Ed says, do you think Sasha will contact Laura next? That's a damn good question. That is a damn good question. The fact that she doesn't know anything yet about that is insane. Johnson says, I agree. There was so much cringe when Chanel first came around. Cringe is a nice word. I was straight annoyed. I wasn't cringed out. I was straight annoyed. Like she literally made me angry every time that she spoke because it was like she was always saying something that was either over the top, extra, unnecessary, demeaning. Like literally, the first time she came in and she was sitting there calling Trip broke. I was like, sweetheart, you're a rich snob. Like, are you kidding me? Yeah, exactly. Jonathan. So I was like, yo, I couldn't. But you know what's really crazy though, Jay Blue? I mean, maybe they don't have YouTube. Maybe they don't have YouTube, but maybe she's not really on. I can't imagine her not being on social media. Because like even something like with Heather Weber, they don't got social media at this point now. Like this is insane. Ed said Chanel was horrible to watch and beyond sport. Yes, she was. Ed. Oof, Jesus Christ. Becky says, did they ever mention how long Heather got her hip replacement done? I don't remember. They might have. I don't remember. That's a good question. I'll have to go back and rewatch the episode, but yes. Jonathan. And you know, to be fair, and I'm not giving her a pass, Eli knew damn well he shouldn't have been walking around with no clothes when he had a guest in the house. But she did not help, and it was disrespectful to her at the time cousin. Now, Island asked the chat, what is the best storyline now on all four soaps? What is the best storyline on all four soaps? Tracy Steves was good. Jay Blue says Heather had her hip replacement before killing people. Yeah, I have to think about that. Because problem is like the best storylines are just like I have to sit there and say, is there any good storylines? Is there any decent storylines? Is there any okay storylines? The problem is sometimes, well, with me, I do feel that some people are very cynical with some of these stories, but to be fair, I'm kind of cynical too, so I'm not really exactly one to talk. Juan says I'd like to see Audra model lingerie books a little old. Yeah, that is the general consensus. That's the general consensus, Juan. As said, they overdid it with Chanel saying Eli naked more than once. They did. I put the blame on both of them, but yeah, I was with you. I was like Island. I gotta sit there and think about that for a minute. Johnson says Days the Clyde storyline, G's the Pikeman storyline, Y&R, whatever Victor's up to, and B&B. I guess the tension with Hope and Steffi. That's a good question, guys. That's a good question. I want to do one at some point. It's just I just have to find the energy. You know, I just have to find the energy because you know the best days are Saturdays. It's like there's so many times it's like I get home from work and the only thing I actually want to do is just sleep. You know exactly how that is, Kyrie. What? When are you actually going to do another collab with Twaring? When are you going to do another collab with Twaring? My excuse, I just get tired after work. I don't want to do one now. Jay Blue says only watch GH and don't even know what's a good storyline. Pikeman's storyline is all over the place. Every time I feel it's getting traction, the writers pull it out, pull it on the back burner. Now, Dewan says maybe Nikki Newman could model lingerie. She is so radiant. She is radiant, but I don't think she's that radiant. Though. I don't think that she's lingerie radiant. I just think that she just has a really nice glow. No, but Kyrie's when are you gonna do when are you gonna do one of her? I don't know. And you know it's funny because even Brooke is like, I don't know if I should be modeling lingerie because it depends on how the grandma actually looks. Not uh let's not be hasty. Just as I'm not invested in the Pikeman storyline at all, who the F would be scared of Valentine? Why is Kate still on? Why isn't Jason not telling Kate it's Valentine? Because makes sense, Carrie. Makes sense. Makes sense. Um, but Anna told Jason not to tell for Jason not to tell Kate about Valentine because Valentine, without getting any actual proof, Valentine's just gonna wiggle his way out of it. And then Jason's not gonna be able to get what he wants. That's why he didn't say anything. Because Anna was like, it's a bad idea. Let me get evidence before. But the other stuff I understand. Just as I know, but I don't like it. Johnson said Valentine was originally described as a dangerous cast on before he came on. She watched 3 out of 4. Yeah, I want to do another one with Cast Lady as well, Curry's. Rachel says, I have to say, why now I have to laugh that they have a storyline with an evil twin, DID, a kidnapping, several green screens, and mind control. Listen, yeah, well, I guess when you say it like that, it's kind of hard for me to sit there and tell people to watch Young and Restless. Um, Jay Blue says, I would like to take a break from GH, but it's the only show that my mom and I have in common. I tolerate it. Hmm. What's good, Dave? Doesn't he mind you? No, but some other people think so. I don't. I like that comment, Jay Blue. That's cool that you watch with your mom, though. Just as at least point case in that direction. Damn it, you want to stay? Why you want to stay a slave for? I know, I saw it, Carius. I liked it. Y'all two work well together. Jay Blue says Valentin was really bad when he came on the screen. Then they toned his villainous ways down when Charlotte came on the screen. Yes. So Jess, you also don't think that he's convincing as a villain. Okay. Autumn, I'm surprised that Trina didn't go completely off on Laura because Laura is like, I'm not advocating for Heather to be released, but I'm like, so what do you need Heather's medical records for then? Yeah, I said the same thing in my review. Autumn. Yep, stay in your seat. Stay in your seat. I like that. It is actually very creative. And friendly talker. Well, thank you, friendly talker. I like the profile picture. Jay Blue says, I was surprised to Trina compose herself with Laura. But here's the thing, even if you are more composed, I still felt like she should have pressed her more on it. Because Kevin came in like, oh, let me come in with my medical, with a medical, with my medical explanation of why Laura is trying to, you know, get them to reopen the case. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter. Yeah, like I said, I think that's actually pretty cool. I think that's actually pretty cool, Curry. Is that he came up with his own meme, his own catchphrase. You know, now you got to come up with yours, though, Kyrie. Now you got to come up with yours. That's what we're waiting for. See, I already have mine. I already have my little inside jokes and stuff like that that people know of. Now we just waiting for you. Now Jay Blue says Valentine is just cunning. That says Crystal says is Felicity hot on days? I don't know how to answer that question. I mean, I do, but I'm not going to. Um, she hasn't been on days in a while. Oh, is she on days? She hasn't been on days in a while. So it's actually kind of weird now I think about it, Crystal. They talked about it, but she hasn't been on now. Kevin said Kevin and can shove it because he treated Ryan years in Seekers, so he should keep his mouth shut. I'm glad you caught that, CJ Cole. That's actually very true, Caris. That is actually one of your phrases. Krista says why? Why what? Why hasn't she been on? Now who knows? Actually now that I think about it, Crystal, I don't know if she's actually going to be on because her whole connection was with Chanel. But if Chanel and Johnny is leaving, then like I don't know why they would sit there and show her more. I think they want to show her because if the baby came in with any sort of deformities, then they can always sit there and look at Felicity and be like, she's so sweet and kind and she brings so much joy to the family that it doesn't matter what, our child may come out like, if that makes sense. If that makes sense, Crystal. Paris has been found born from Nina Leak, keep your legs closed to married men. I thought so too, Jay Blue, because yes, you're right. Because the invader was like, oh, we gotta, we interviewed Trina and stuff like that. So yeah, you're right. When he came to the door, he was like, oh, okay, and we try to de-escalate the situation. When in reality, he didn't really need to de-escalate anything. Darby says, Laura says she is advocating for Heather for the pure sake. There has to be hundreds of sympathetic citizens to use her energy to advocate for her. Darby's on facts tonight. That's true. Oh, by the way, did you put that other woman's channel on your community tab? She's another person that does soap opera reviews. Perry says, I wonder how Last Day is going to feel about the alleged deadbeat mother taking care of her sick daughter today. Well, Perry is according to him, Hope can't do anything right. Those are his words, not mine. That's literally what he said. He literally said, Hope can't do anything right. And I remember reading that and just being like, he can't do anything right? Anything right? I was like, that's really how you feel? Can't do anything right? Darby says Laura definitely needs somebody to run against her. Yeah. Ed says, I wonder who was the leak that gave the invader the tip about Laura. Maybe it wasn't a leak. Well, yeah, that's actually a good question. Unless it was that Smaltz guy. It says, yes, I put her video. Okay, cool. Harry says, Nick Newman is not the devil. No, he's not the devil. He's somebody that people don't like, and that's fine. I like Nick Newman. Um, but I understand how some people don't like him. Just like I like Devon. I like Devon Hamilton, and I guess some people don't like him. I think Victor's interesting, even though I know people don't like him either. I don't know. It's just I feel like Victor is so much of an iconic character. You know, he's so much of an iconic character. He's a nicer character than Devon. Okay, yeah, that's amusing. Um, hmm, I like that, J. Blue. I like that. Darby says even a corrupt mayor wouldn't work to free someone like Heather. Oh no, because they'll be smart. I mean, I guess, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm just like she is just trifling and spiteful and mean spirited at times, and just can't have a conversation with somebody who has the maturity range of a 16-year-old little girl. Like you can't do that. Even when you give her what she wants, she still has to act like a damn child, like a teenager. I really sat there watching it, and I'm just like, should I be drinking to get through this scene? Because this chick is hella annoying. I do remember that, Jonathan, when that was the mayor. Maybe you should go back being a mayor again. How is he doing with himself anyway? Island says Laura is dumb. She is dumb. She is dumb. No, I'm not. No, 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 no. You're not going to sit there and take away from the fact that she is a spiteful, trifling, immature little girl. You're not going to. You're not going to do that. That's what we're not going to do. No, that's just some straight up childish bullshit right there. That's what we're not going to be doing. I know that she looks good, but god damn it, only looks will get you only so far. It will get you further than the rest, but no, 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 no. Hell to the F and no. You give that chick something and she still wants to sit there and act like a goddamn child. No, F her and the horse she rode in on. Johnson says Laura is committing political blank. Yes. Anyway, like I said, F Audra and the horse she rode in on. Becky says, now Audra is like a mean girl. Real bosses don't act like that. Exactly. No, she is a spoiled, she's an immature little child. Uh, no, not really, but it's not monetized though, so it's fine. Um, that's exactly why I don't monetize these live streams because there's a lot of words that's not allowed. Oh, even what I just said wasn't allowed. No, we good. We good, Jonathan. Harry, so you really see this is exactly where it's so hard for me to take you seriously sometimes because if we really went there playing the poor Audra game, thank you, Jonathan. Um, I mean, listen, if you want to sit there and try to defend Audra, you go right ahead. That's cool. Um, yeah, let's play the poor Audra card. And you know, it's funny, Kyrie. Because honestly, tell you the truth, that other comment that you said didn't even really make a lot of sense. None of that just made sense. That's another reason why I just sat there and dismissed that comment because that didn't even make any sense. Exactly, Jonathan. And my whole thing is when I talk to Kyrie, he's not making no sense right now. And the reason why that didn't make any sense because you literally said, this is your words, was if Tucker was actually, you know, a good person or whatever, he would give Audra that company. He would give her that company. He would let her keep her job. That's literally what he wound up doing. So whatever that sentence was, making goddamn sense. That's literally just backtracking on the sentence that on the statement that you said before. Friendly talker said Mac Irish. If you know, you know. I'm gonna look that up though. Exactly, Jonathan. It's like she just wants to act like an immature little child. It's like too grown and too old to be sitting there doing that. Like, how old are you to be acting like that, bro? I'm an old soap. I just have struggle sympathizing with Tucker. He puts himself in these situations. I get that, but like that doesn't mean we can't sit there and call. You know, I get you don't like Tucker, but that doesn't mean we can't sit there and call out. Um, okay, Christian artist. Okay, I know you called out Audrey in the past. I'm not saying that you're sugarcoating it. It's just like my whole thing is like I can't deal with that immature BS that she's doing, and it's like every time he sits there and tries to have a conversation with her, she's super defensive. She's very quick to sit there and cut him off, and it's one of those things where it's like it's like you can't even have thank you, Jonathan. Audra is just asking for an ongoing fight, which again, not my motto. Men don't like headaches, and as good looking as Audra is a headache. A headache that no man should want to have to sit there and put up with. And granted, this is after he told her about the whole DID thing with Ashley and everything like that. And then she was like, oh, see, this is why you're here for. You're just here for her. And this. Like, oh my God, Brady, what the is wrong with you? I can see that. I can see that. He's also an iconic figure. So it's like Erica Kane. Erica Kane was probably a headache in a lot of ways as well. Happy night, Jay Bloom. Thank you for joining. What am I doing? Yeah, sure, Kyrie's. Sure. What? By the way, I just subbed to your channel. So you actually have your own YouTube channel. That's what's up. Um, what's good, Big Nate? Um, all the episodes, all the shows is good except for General Hospital. Yeah, just to put it flat out, all the episodes are good except for General Hospital. On all three of the other um soap operas. Yeah, I was gonna try to put it in a nicer way, but I was like, nah, nah. Let's just sit there and just tell her how it is. Um, I don't know. And Kyrie says I might have to collab with that girl one day too. I get to know her a little better. Don't want to repeat. No, I get it. But here's what I would suggest. Not that you're asking, but here's what I would suggest. If you are thinking about doing a collab with somebody, maybe just do a video first before you go live with a bunch of other people. You know, maybe do a video with somebody first before you go live with other people. And also, so yeah, that'll be the first thing. Just sit there and see if they're not a fucking nut job. I would sit there and say just do a regular video with them first. But I don't know if she actually does live streams. You gotta remember, not everyone's actually comfortable doing live streams. What was his name? Wayne talks songs. He felt more comfortable doing a video than he did doing a live stream because I was gonna have him do a live stream, but he felt more comfortable doing a video. So also say if they actually want to do a live stream first, you know. Yeah, I remember Kyrie's. You're comfortable doing live streams now, but you weren't. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a point you may not have actually been as comfortable doing live streams. So just put that in mind. Island says Audra's annoying. This is why I can't stand her. Bridgerton came out today. But that's a show on Netflix, right? Johnson says GH has hinted that former castmate. Yes. I would sit there and say Byron Craig. That's the most. That's what I've heard from a lot of other people. Byron, the guy who played Morgan. Island says Lucky. Hmm. Oh, okay. All right, that's a little bit different then. All right. Oh, I get you. You know what? Here's how I do look at it though, Kyrie's. it's easier to judge somebody who actually has their own YouTube channel or has actually done social media. You know, like she has her own YouTube channel, so she clearly knows how to conduct herself. With Danny Bear, she had her own YouTube channel, so she knew how to conduct herself. But that other incident, that person has never actually been, doesn't have a YouTube channel, hasn't really done live streams or anything like that. So it's like it's hard to gauge that. But she's a little bit different if she actually has a channel. Johnson says it was mentioned by someone that Byron isn't the one returning to GH. Oh, okay. Damn. Hmm. Oh, that just threw me off then. Johnson says, what if Roger Howard as Tommy? No, 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 no. No offense to Roger Howard, but we're not bringing him back on GH. I mean, it could work, but seeing his last run on GH was such a colossal failure. I want to say yes, it's on Netflix. Going to be soon. Yeah, I've heard of the show. I haven't actually watched it, but I heard of it though. What I don't know why that makes me laugh, but it does though. It is Todd Manning, so like maybe I don't know though. Curry says yes, true. I'm just saying I prefer to get to know her more before I have her come on because you know how that's actually true. That's actually true. And she never actually seen your channel before too, so okay. All right, that's fair. I mean, Kyrie's always sit there and say if she has social media, contact her on social media and give her a link to one of your videos or one of your live streams. This way she can get an idea of what your style is like and then she could decide if she actually wants to come on your stream or not. And Island says only like him as Manning. See that Jonathan Sneeze, see that would get the stamp of approval right there. That will get the effing stamp of approval. You know that too, Jonathan. You know that. Especially if he's actually, um, I don't know how they could sit there and make him the head of Pikeman. But if they did, I'll be down for it. I'll be with it. Yeah, I'll be with it. But I'm going to sit there and end the stream here. I should have probably ended it like maybe 17 minutes ago. Because I do gotta wake up early. And by early I mean like 3:30 in the morning. Early. Which is way too goddamn early, but that's what you gotta do though. Versus as we're talking about the same person right now who video I shared on my channel. She's been in my chat a few times. She's actually a member. Oh, okay. She kind of knows that. Then she kind of knows that. Yeah. Okay. Well, when you think is right, then I will look forward to the collab. But also, ooh, does she actually show her? I know some people don't show their face. If she shows her face, then yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna sit there in it now because I gotta wake up super early. Have a good night, Susan. Johnson says, join us next time for another edition of Soul Chat without the Bostic. And he also says, good night, everyone, and hit the like button. Yeah, hit that like button because it does actually help. And think about becoming a member, too. A lot of fun. Hit the like button so other people can sit there and watch it afterwards. But sometimes these streams actually do get some good replay, surprisingly. I guess it's not surprising. We do have a good time. But yes, have a good night, Crystal. Have a good night, Island. Have a good night, Queen Janet. Have a good night, Queen Jess. Have a good night, Black Mom. Have a good night, Darby. Have a good night, Friendly Talker. By the way, again, I just subscribed to your channel. Have a good night, Quiet Guy. It was good to see you. It was also good to talk to you. Quiet Guy was a little more chatty tonight, so that's what's up. Very happy about that. Um, have a good night, Susan, Blackmon, Crystal. And if I didn't say goodnight to you, you know exactly who you are. And I will see you in the next live stream. Laters.